Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes, and in today's video, I'm really excited to say this is a guide on how to do the Rebirth Easter Egg. And it's something we literally just did. It took us like 8 hours on stream to complete, but we finally got there, and I can kind of explain how to do all of it. If I can't show you all of the steps, I can sort of at least talk you through how it works. So, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, hopefully over time we'll be able to build up some maps and things and some sort of a spreadsheet maybe of all of the images to help you find this stuff, because it's actually pretty confusing, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. So what you need to do is go into Rebirth, which is the new map for Warzone. At the moment you can only do this on Resurgence, which is 3 players, and I strongly recommend you have 3 players. It really, really does help. And the first thing you need to do is to find a briefcase. So this briefcase, only one of them will spawn, and it will spawn somewhere on the map. There's certain set locations. We haven't found them all yet. I go to security. There's a couple of locations there where there's one on the sort of roof with a satellite on it and one by the control tower looking thing near the helicopter pad. There's one on the silos, just sort of like the most southernmost set of silos. There's some on the docks, there's some near all of the electricity pylons on top right, there's the building in the east with the red roof. You can just go up some steps on the east side of that, and it's sometimes in there. There's lots of different places where it can be found. We ended up having to keep on leaving games and restart games until we found this briefcase, and the briefcase will have 3 photos dotted around it. Now, these 3 photos show locations in the game, and you're going to have to go to those games and find a code at each one of those locations, and each one will be like a third of the code that you need to put in to get into the red room. So once you get those photos, you need to work out if they're places you recognise. Some of them are easy, like the cement mixer is at construction. That's a nice easy one. Some of them are just like a desk in front of a window, and we had to like find out what type of window it was and find them. Now this is the really, really tricky bit, and I think like this guide isn't going to help you that much because I don't have all of them. I'm showing you some of them now, some of the places that we did manage to work out. We ended up having to kind of keep on doing them, keep on going through it round and round until we got 3 that we knew where they were, or we could work out where they all were. And then once we'd done that, it's just a matter of going to all 3 locations, finding the codes, and the codes are pretty hidden. They change every game. The codes do appear for every location every game, but they change every game, so you have to make sure you find it for your game. And then once you've gone to all 3 locations and you've found all 3 of your codes, then you can just head over to the big yellow door, which Treyarch showed us before, and you can see in this video now as I do it, go through down into that yellow door, put in the code, and then that opens up the red room, and you can just go inside. Like all of the other bunkers, there's some cool stuff in there, and then there's also the SMG blueprint, which is for the red room, which is really cool. And it's a nice looking blueprint as well, which I think is really, really good. So hopefully this will help you. I understand that this is kind of a difficult Easter egg to do. I've personally found it one of the hardest ones. Like that was 8 hours of constant trying just to get this done. And our biggest problems were finding the codes at different places and even finding the briefcase in the first place. Hopefully over the next week or so we'll end up with a map that shows all of the different locations the briefcase can spawn in. And once we've got that, once we've got the whole thing sorted, I'll make sure I post all of that on Twitter and maybe make another video where I show you all of those locations. And then obviously once you've got all of the once you've got the briefcase, you still need to go to the locations and the photos and still need to try and find the actual images, find the codes in those places. And that's really, really tricky too. So this isn't an easy Easter egg. This isn't the sort of guide where you're just going to be able to like, you know, follow a couple of simple instructions and get it done. This is still very, very tough. One thing I would like to say is please make sure you don't just hang around the yellow door trying to kill people, because that's not going to work, because they need to actually get to the door and put the code in and everything like that. It might be worth towards the end of a game hopping in there and seeing if someone else has opened it, but don't stop other people opening it or you're not going to get in yourself either, which would be absolutely rubbish. So hopefully it's helped a little bit. I know it isn't a complete guide. I know it's still, there's a lot of difficult things to do, but I just wanted to get the information out there about like how the process works. And hopefully, like I said, over time we'll be able to find all of the different locations and make it a bit more repeatable. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.